are starting week 3. Before I get into what we're going to do this week, I just want to go over a couple things from the previous weeks. So first thing, go on to Focus and check your grades for the first week assignment. Period 7, I'm sorry, yours will be up today. And I promise the next assignment, week 2 assignment, I will grade your class first because I'm sorry, I'm really far behind on that. But when you check your grades, please, please, please look for an NTI. If you see an NTI, it means that you are missing something because week 1 had 2 parts. It had a part 1 that was grammar and it had a part 2 that was writing emails. So a whole bunch of you who are missing that, I put a little comment and I said, hey, go back and finish it. Let me know when you're done. Now, if you went back and finished it, I need you to put your comment right here where it says private comment, add private comment. Just say, I finished part 2, or I'm done, or something just to indicate that you've done that, because I do not have time to go back and check every single assignment individually to see if you went back and did that, because I'll be checking multiple times because everybody's going to do it at different paces. So if you put that comment there, I get an email, I see it, I go, okay, great, they've done that, they're on my list, I go back, I check it, and I update the grade. This is your grade, you have to take care of this, so please, 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 check, go back to your week 1 assignment, look at the comments, go to Focus, look for the NTIs, and if you are not done, finish it and put a comment here. And that's going to go for every single week. If there's something that you did not do, I put a comment, I say, hey, you need to finish this. You go finish it, and then you put a comment here that says, I'm done now, so then I know to go back and check it. All right, so this week, we are into week 3. All right, part 1. Part 1, real easy 10 points. Tell me what you're doing. Just leave me a little note about how are you doing, what's going on, anything interesting that's happened. I mean, I know we're all locked in our houses and, you know, there's not a lot to do, but still, just drop me a little line, say hi. I miss you guys. Last week, I didn't get a whole lot of emails, so I take that as a good thing because it means that the assignment was relatively easy enough and not confusing and you guys all knew what you're doing, and that's great. But I miss you guys. I didn't get to hear any stories. You know, nobody really emailed me about anything. So this week, just, you know, drop me a little line, say hi, and I'll give you 10 easy points for that. All right, part 2. This is the part where y'all going to hate me. You're going to be doing a mini essay. I'm saying mini because it is only 3 paragraphs. It's only an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. If you can write 1 body paragraph, you can write them all. So there's no need in me expecting you to write, you know, 3 body paragraphs. Just write me 1. So I've included an article that has pros and cons. And what I would like you to do is read through the article because you're going to need something to quote. And I want you to find anything that is in support of this idea that binge watching TV shows is a good habit, something that's good mentally for you. Highlight any of that in yellow. Anything that is opposed to binge watching TV and says that it's a bad habit that's detrimental to your health, well, highlight that in green. Okay? So then you have your quotes already highlighted. After that, you're going to write your mini essay. And it's basically the topic is going to be, is binge watching TV shows a harmless pleasure or a harmful addiction? Pick a side. I don't care which side you pick. Pick whichever one you feel strongest about, whichever one you have the best support for. And write an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Your body paragraph is going to be in the extended Peel format, which means you have 2 quotes and 2 explanations. You are all capable. You've all done this. You did this right before we left. So you know what you're doing. Okay? That being said, ask me any questions you have, of course. A few things just to kind of go over. Your thesis is going to list all 3 main points that you would have in a full essay, but you're only going to argue 1. Your body paragraph should only focus on 1 idea. All right, you might have a whole bunch of things you want to talk about. Pick the one that you feel the most strongly about and focus just on that one. one thing I want you to realize, it's a mini essay. You're only looking at about 12 sentences. 12 to 14 sentences. Your introduction, 3 to 4 sentences. Your conclusion, 3 to 4 sentences. Your body paragraph, 6, 7 sentences, maybe 8. All right, so you're looking at 12 sentences for the whole week. In your body paragraph, please make sure that you do include 2 quotes. On your Google Classroom stream, I have included notes about introductions, about Peel paragraphs, about conclusions. Okay, they're the same ones we've used previously, but they're going to be there for you. I'm going to include the outline that we used in class when we did the major essay over juveniles in prison, because I know a lot of people found that helpful. So I've cut it down to just an intro, a body, and a conclusion. You can use that as a reference. You can print it out and fill it in if whatever you're going to do that's going to make it easier for you. Those are there as tools to help you if you need them. And if you want, you can stop the video here, have an idea of what you're doing, and you're ready to go. Just go ahead. If you feel that you need a review over an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, keep on watching. I'm going to just put a little review here at the end of these paragraphs, just so you kind of have an idea of what they're about if you have forgotten. So, your introduction. You're looking about 3-4 sentences. Start out with that grabber. Get your reader's attention. Say something about the topic. Make them want to read. Please, please, please remember, no simple yes or no questions. If you're asking a question, it needs to be a thoughtful, in-depth discussion question. You can have, some kind of quote. Just stay away from cliches. Paint a picture. Use descriptive language and make an image in somebody's mind about your topic. Background information, that's just giving your reader that point of reference of where you're coming from. What is your general knowledge about the topic? What general information are you assuming everybody knows? Just kind of cover that in the background information so that everybody, you and your reader, are on the same page. Your thesis, that is your roadmap to your whole essay. That's the one where you would say something like, binge watching TV shows is a harmless pastime because ABC. Or binge watching TV shows is a harmful addiction because ABC. Remember, that's the easy way to do the thesis. If you want to try and step it up, you can make it one overall idea. It's just everything would have to tie back to that one overall statement. Body paragraphs. This is your Peel paragraph. All right. Hopefully most of your classes, you've done these throughout the year. Remember, this is English. We expect a little more out of the body paragraph, so you are going to be expected to do that second quote and explanation. A few things to remember. Clearly state your main point. Simple, straight to the point. This is what I'm trying to say. Include 2 quotes. Explain both of your quotes. And also remember, by doing this, you're kind of forcing yourself to make your paragraph substantial enough. And it's kind of a really easy trick to make sure that you're getting enough information in your paragraph. The link, I'll know that one's kind of tricky. The term is a bit odd. But basically, just think of this as a concluding sentence to your paragraph. It is the sentence that's going to wrap up everything you have said about your main point and everything that you've explained and tried to prove to your reader. It just kind of wraps it all up with a nice little bow, and then you move on to the next paragraph, which here is going to be your conclusion. So, conclusion. Restate your thesis. Don't say it exactly word for word, okay? Reword what you're saying, but remind your reader of what your main point, your main argument, your main idea overall in this entire essay is. Then, you review your main points. Remind your reader, these are the 3 main things I've talked about. Yes, you've only talked about and developed one, but you should have, all 3 in your thesis to begin with, so you can just kind of remind your reader of those 3. Then your last sentence is where you conclude your thoughts. Anything that kind of just wraps up the whole thing, leave your reader with something to think about. Remember, don't preach to your reader. Don't tell your reader what to do. Don't tell your reader how to be a better person, how to be, live a better life or anything like that. Just leave them with a strong statement that kind of is going to make them think about your topic and what you had to say. All right, so that seems to be all of that. If you have any questions, please email me about them or put the comments on the class page on Google Classroom. That way everybody can see them. Or you can do it private on your own assignment, so then I would be the only one to see it. But if it's something that you think a lot of people would benefit from, then by all means put it on that front page there as a class comment so that everybody can see it. And if I keep getting the same question, I will put a comment somewhere that you all will see it about, that particular question that everybody's having. So hopefully that all makes sense. We'll focus on writing this week. Next week we'll go back to a focus on reading, and we'll just kind of continue like that. And hopefully I will be seeing you all in class before we know it. So everybody have a good day, and let me know if you have any questions about anything to do with the assignments.